Hey guys, it's your Tech Kuya Jamanchata and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna unbox and take a closer look at the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So before we unbox this smartphone, be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get the latest notifications about the latest videos here at Jam Online YouTube channel. So the OPPO Reno 3 Pro is the better brother of the OPPO Reno 3. Of course, we got here a better specifications and a more powerful hardware inside. So what can we expect from the OPPO Reno 3 Pro? Well, first we got here a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus display with a punch hole camera at the top. There's a dual lens selfie camera in here with a 44 megapixel main selfie camera with 2 megapixel depth sensor. At the back, we got here a 64 megapixel main camera, 13 megapixel plus 8 and plus 2 megapixel. Basically, that's a telephoto, ultra wide, the main camera, and of course there's the depth sensor at the back too. So the variant that we got comes with an 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of internal storage. The smartphone is also running on ColorOS 7 based on Android 10, and of course we got here a 4025 mAh of battery. So you already know the specifications of the smartphone. Now it's time to unbox and it's time to take a closer look at the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So there we go, you are looking at the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So time to unbox this one. As you can see here, we got here some texture at the box, 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of internal storage. Okay, so there we go, that's the OPPO logo. Alright, so inside we got here some little box. So of course this one houses the SIM card pin, some papers that you won't probably read, and of course there's the free jelly case on the smartphone. So we got here the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. Basically, these are all the main features of the smartphone: 64 megapixel quad cam, 44 megapixel selfie cam, ultra clear 108 megapixel image, 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, and of course the 30 watts VOOC flash charge 4.0. Smartphone is really a beauty, but we will talk about the smartphone later on. We got here the USB-A to USB-C cable, and by the way, this is a VOOC 4.0 flash charge, so you need to use this cable to take advantage of the VOOC 4.0 flash charge. Of course, the VOOC 4.0 flash charger, so this one comes with a 5 volt 6 amperes output, so that's a total of 30 watts. So this one also comes with these earphones, and thankfully it's a 3.5mm headphone jack because the smartphone still uses a 3.5mm headphone jack. Yes, we do have that on the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are limited with what we can do with the smartphone. I mean, I cannot go outside to take some photos and everything. But yeah, let's focus first on the smartphone. On what can we expect from this smartphone? So I'm still setting up the OPPO Reno 3 Pro, but as you can see here at the back, it does have a really good gradient color at the back, although I believe this one is prone to fingerprint smudges. But I do like the design that we're getting in here. I mean, I like the colors that we're getting. I mean, we got blue at the top. I think it's silver blue, something like that. But yeah, you get the point that the gradient color of the smartphone does look good. Oh, I think it's violet. I'm actually confused on what color that we're getting in here, but I believe the one that we got is the Aurora Blue Reno 3 Pro. But yeah, it does look good to me. Of course, we got here some protruding camera. We got here the 64 megapixel main camera along with those other lenses, and of course this one can still do some zooming. So yeah, this one is a pretty amazing smartphone. But first we're gonna check out the design of the smartphone first. So yeah, we're on the setup already, but on the front we got here the dual lens selfie camera. One of it is a 44 megapixel main camera and another one is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So as you can see in here, the OPPO Reno 3 Pro doesn't have a curved display, and that's actually fine with me. I mean, the display that we're getting is still fine. We got minimal bezels in here. It's not the best screen to body ratio that we have seen on a smartphone, but I wouldn't complain on the one that we're getting here on the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. Although it's a little bit annoying that we got a pretty big punch hole or pill notch at the top of the smartphone. But again, I think OPPO, we haven't tested it yet, but I believe that OPPO has optimized the viewing of the applications and everything on the smartphone. So yeah, below we got here the USB Type-C port, and of course the headphone jack. Thankfully, OPPO didn't ditch the headphone jack on the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. I mean, I still believe that a lot of people still prefer using their headphone jack, including me. I mean, I do not have a hi-fi headphones or earphones that comes with USB-C port. I need to buy that dongle first, but for me, I think having a headphone jack is a pretty fine feature. It's 2020, I know, but having this feature for me is, personally, I still love to see it on smartphones. Then of course we got here the speaker grill. On the left we got here the volume rocker and of course the card tray. And on the other side, we got here the power button. If you're curious about the fingerprint scanner, thankfully the smartphone does come with an in-display fingerprint scanner, so you don't have to worry about that one. So, time to set up the OPPO Reno 3 Pro first. Then let's see what can we expect from the ColorOS 7 of the smartphone. So you already know what to expect from the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. I mean, we do got here a pretty fine display. 6.4 inches fine for me. I mean, the design of the smartphone, it's really good. I do like the Aurora blue color that we're getting on the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. And that protruding camera isn't that annoying despite having a 64 megapixel main camera at the back of the smartphone. Now let's go back to the smartphone. So as you can see here, the display of the smartphone is fine with me. I mean, the brightness and the colors, it's actually really bright, and the colors are actually really fine in here. So yeah, I do not have any problems with that. I mean, if you do love the display of this one, I'm pretty sure that you would love the display on this one. However, you might be annoyed with that punch hole camera at the top. I know that's a dual selfie camera. It does get annoying at sometimes, but for me, well, I'll get used to it for after some time of usage of the smartphone. So as you can see here, it's running on ColorOS. What I like about ColorOS 7 is that it's cleaner, it's better, and yeah, everything is smoother on this one. So let's see here. So at the about phone, so this one is running ColorOS 7 with Android 10. The RAM is 8 gigs, and of course we got 231 gigs of internal storage that is available for usage. And of course, we got here some applications that we will probably use, like this one, the tools and everything, but we do got here some OPPO service. Oh, this is the service application for OPPO smartphones. I haven't seen this one yet on the previous OPPO smartphones that we have reviewed before, but yeah, it's nice to see that they have this feature already. And of course, we got here some applications like HeyTap Cloud and other things. And of course, we still got here the Google applications. And next page, we got here the phone manager, the theme store, the music party, the game space, and everything. What I miss on this one is when I reviewed the OPPO Find X2 Pro is I find the OPPO Relax application really soothing. I mean, I can focus whenever I'm working. I just need to plug in my Bluetooth headphones on that one, and I can listen to some ambient sounds or ambient music on the OPPO Relax. Unfortunately, this one doesn't come with that application, but I mean, it's fine with me. It's a fine series smartphone. This one is on the mid-range. This is a Reno 3 Pro. So basically, the application is very user-friendly. And of course, if you want, aside from the fingerprint scanner, which is, by the way, there's the in-display fingerprint scanner on the smartphone, I could also use the face unlock if I wanted to. And since we do not have a pop-up camera on the smartphone, you wouldn't worry about the moving parts, or you know, you might break about the pop-up selfie camera of the smartphone. You won't worry about that one because this one doesn't come with a pop-up selfie camera. Now, let's go to the one of the main features of the smartphone. Let's go to the camera. Again, we're pretty limited with what we can do on the smartphone since there's the pandemic. There's the ECQ outside. We cannot go outside and roam around, take some photos. We're currently on quarantine. But yeah, you could see here that the UI of the smartphone is very similar to other OPPO smartphones. Of course, we could check it out here, the settings. You could check out the video resolution. We can go up to 4K. I believe this is 4K 30 FPS only. But yeah, you could do a 1080p at 60 frames per second. But yeah, I prefer having a 4K video recording on this one. Of course, you could also do some slow-mo video recording at up to 1080p. So that's pretty nice. And of course, since this one got a 64 megapixel rear camera, I could actually use this mode, which is a 64 megapixel mode. If you want to take a photo with a better resolution, larger resolution, you want to check out the details, but I actually prefer not using that one. I prefer using the normal 4x3 photo, because that one already produces a pretty good photo for me. So yeah, you can see we got here the dazzle color, we got the HDR, we got the different modes in here. We got night mode, video mode, photo mode, portrait mode, and other features that you can use. But yeah, I prefer using the photo mode or the normal mode of the camera of the smartphone. And we took some shots earlier, and what I like about the OPPO Reno 3 Pro is that most of the shots that I got were really detailed. I mean, yes, these are indoor shots, but I can see here, I can already see in here that we got here some fine colors. The colors are actually popping out even without using the dazzle color feature of the smartphone. So this one, I could see the details at the box of the smartphone. I believe this isn't on a flagship level or like the OPPO Find X2 Pro that we have reviewed before, but I think the Reno 3 Pro does a fine job when it comes to the rear camera of the smartphone. Here's another shot, and you could see here the details of the keyboard. It's actually fine, it's sharp, and I do love the contrast that we're getting in here, and also the dynamic range. So this one is using the selfie camera of the smartphone, although it isn't the best selfie camera of the smartphone. Actually, no, I was wrong. No, it's actually really good. It's actually excellent. The selfie camera of the OPPO Find X2 Pro, of the OPPO Reno 3 Pro, is actually really good. So after checking it out, I just saw this like 3 times already, but yeah, I just noticed that the details are actually fine. It's really sharp, and I like what we're getting in here. And since we got here a 2 megapixel camera on the front, we could also take some photos on portrait mode with better bokeh. However, the bokeh in here wasn't that good. I'm not sure why, but I used portrait mode on this one. What I like about OPPO smartphones is that they got a pretty good AI selfie cameras, but on this one, I turned off the the AI beautification, and I do like the selfie that we're getting here. I mean, it's sharp, it's good, and I actually took some photos a while ago using the beautification. I still got some fine and detailed selfies on the smartphone. So yeah, the 44 megapixel selfie camera of the smartphone is really a good one. So this one is another shot using the rear camera of the smartphone. So as you can see here, the colors are really popping out. I do love the colors that we're getting in here. So yeah, I guess that's it for the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. I mean, it's a really cool smartphone. I mean, look at that one. We already got a lot of fingerprint smudges at the back, but the color that we're getting in here is the Aurora Blue. I do love the gradient that we're getting on the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. Of course, the quad camera lens at the back it performed really well, although the protruding camera might annoy you. I mean, at a flat surface, there's some wobbling. You can feel the wobble on the smartphone, but yeah, it's a really cool smartphone despite having that, you know, that punch hole on the front display of the smartphone. I'm just using it for a few minutes, but I'm not annoyed by it already. I mean, I got used to more other smartphones with a punch hole camera, so yeah, this wouldn't annoy me. However, if you want more premium, a better camera, you could go for the Find X2 Pro. It's an excellent smartphone with a better processor. This one is a Helio P95. I'm not sure yet how this one will perform, but I'm really curious about it. But yeah, the OPPO Reno 3 Pro is actually a fine smartphone. As of this recording, I do not know yet the price of the smartphone. But yeah, the OPPO Reno 3 Pro is a really cool smartphone. So yeah, I guess that's it for our unboxing and hands-on of the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here at Jam Online YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of jamonline.ph. Be sure to stay at home, wash your hands. Yeah, stay on quarantine, guys. So see you guys again on my next video.